Hi, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Emily Rassam. Today I'm going to teach you how to make SCOBY. For those of you who do not know, SCOBY stands for Symbiotic Culture of Bacteria and Yeast, and this little baby is used to make that wonderful ambrosia called kombucha. For this, you're going to want to mark a container to 7 cups so you can accurately measure the water. Get yourself some ice cubes to cool down your hot water. 4 regular sized tea bags. These are family size, so I'm only using 2. 1/2 cup of sugar. I only had sugar cubes, so that's what we get. And about a cup of kombucha. You can do a little extra. You can get this from the store. Everybody says don't use flavored, but I used it and it worked just fine. Use some filtered water and some hot water to brew the tea. Alright, now we're going to get started. First, you are going to want to add your sugar to the container, and that is so you can get it to dissolve nicely when you add the hot water. Basically, you're brewing some really nice sweet tea, almost southern style here. Take your tea bags and get those ready to place in. I like to tie them together so they're easier to fish out at the end. Give them a nice tie. Don't forget to take off that paper so it doesn't break down in the water. And pour yourself in just a little bit of hot water here. Maybe 2 to 4 cups. Give that time to steep. It's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes. Once that's done, remove your tea bags and squeeze them nice and tight. You're going to want to use black tea here because the other kind doesn't seem to work as well. Give it a nice quick stir to make sure all of that sugar has been thoroughly dissolved. As you can see from the condensation on the container here, it's still pretty darn hot. We don't want that. That's going to kill your bacteria and yeast in the kombucha SCOBY process. So add some ice cubes and give those a stir too to cool the liquid down. You want this just about room temperature, if not a tiny bit higher. 70 degrees Fahrenheit is the best. Stir those until your ice cubes are mostly dissolved. Give it a quick check with your finger and add some more water. It's best to use purified or filtered water for this process so you don't have too much chlorine in the liquid and it will kill your SCOBY. I know it seems daunting, but it's quite an easy process. I like to do the finger check to make sure it's not too hot. It was good. Next, you're going to add your kombucha that you bought from the store. Don't be alarmed if this takes from 2 to 4 weeks to grow for your first batch to make the SCOBY, because you want to make it sure it is nice and thick. Once you have that all mixed together and you're up to your 7 cups of liquid, place a cloth or some kind of cover that will let some air breathe in the bottle and tie that shut. You can also use a nice rubber band or whatever you have. I thought it looked more rustic and homey to tie with a nice piece of twine. Give that a good tie, make sure it's sealed, and let it sit in a a dark place around 70 Fahrenheit for 2 to 4 weeks until it looks something like this. See, we have a nice thick SCOBY. It's about 1-ish centimeters thick, and there you go. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe to Cooking with Emily Rassam. Check out our latest videos on our homepage. Thank you much.